Won't keep you waiting today. Let's get it going. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's get it in. Shout out to each and every one of you beautiful people here on the live. My name's Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer. I am so grateful for this moment in which we have. Grateful for every single day in which I wake up. Grateful that God woke me up from a beautiful sleep. Grateful I have 3 children. Grateful I have my wife. Grateful I have each and every one of you. Grateful for this YouTube channel. Gratitude, 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 gratitude. Staying in the present moment. The ups and downs come. They keep hitting us. Doesn't matter. If you keep going, somehow you're going to win. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Bad news. Remember I went in on Zen on the live stream yesterday. That thing tanked on me. Like, so sad. It looked just like all the other coins. It was smaller, and they just stop hunted the heck out of it. Went right at the lows. No matter how, it looked beautiful. Tight moving averages. I don't care. I'll get stopped out of something like this 90% of the time because I'm going to keep going at these. Because these play out way more. I couldn't believe that didn't play out. I was flabbergasted. So I limped out here, right, about $1,000 because I had 10K in there. And we'll see what happens. It's not over yet. It looks like it could still bounce, but I was looking for a scalp that was going to play out. I think just went straight to the stop loss. So I don't know what happened there. It's almost like they hunted us, So too many people doing the same thing, and they just went right after us. And that could happen. That's why sometimes I can't even mention stuff. But anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you all for running on in. And let's take a look at Bitcoin on the morning. I'm still bearish on that daily flag. I haven't really changed my story here. And, I'm not going to unless something else happens. Let me break down and show you what I'm seeing. Last night we talked about this flag possibly breaking to the upside. Kind of went up, then went down, then went up again. Now it is, but it's below the 200. It's choppy. And so I didn't want it to pump, honestly. I'm still in the short. It just looked like it may. That's still kind of a flag there. You see that? But it also is a bit of a double top, and it's pretty weak. Didn't get back above resistance at 104,364. So let's take a look at the weekly. Let's look at that daily candle close last night. First thing, let's look at the daily close. So last night was a green candle. It opened at 101,366 and 4 cents. The high was 104.96 cents, $96.36. The low was 99.260 and 86 cents, and the candle closed at 103.333 and 8 cents. Up $1,993 yesterday. Bitcoin pumped $2,000. Got people excited, made some wicks. You could say that's a tweezer top, tweezer bottom. I've longed all the other tweezer bottoms. Why didn't I not long these? We're below the daily 200 moving average. And once I'm below the daily 200, I start looking for the bear flag. Because this is how we trade the other way. We wait for price to get above the 200, we wait for the 21 to touch, and we execute. And I've seen it happen so many times that I'm more convinced that this will happen than we'll get back above. Now, I would love it if we get a shoulder, a head, right shoulder, and this changes story. We get back above the 200 moving average, and then it's, the bears are wrecked and we're back on. I'm seeing lower volume than before. It just doesn't look, something looks a bit weird. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about on the bigger time frame. So the daily, that's a bear flag to me, and I'm sticking to it. Even yesterday seemed like they were going to wreck it, and I stayed short. I said, no. There was a little, got your nerves up a little bit as it started to pump. You're like, oh, is Bitcoin going to do its thing? And you got a higher high, higher low, higher high. To me, that was the higher low because you bounced off it. So when you broke it, that was the end of the trend right there. When you lost this, when you lost 108,000, someone saying, no, this is the trend because no, but that was your higher low than there. Higher high, you needed to hold that higher low. This double bottom had to hold down. And it looked like we were going to get a huge double bottom. And they made a right shoulder. And again, the right shoulders told us shoulder, head, right shoulder, not to long the market. And then I gave you this right shoulder at 107.7 on Monday morning. And had you taken that short, you're still in the money from my call. So I said that's the highest probability thing you could be doing right now is taking a short right here. Stop loss below the shoulder. It's all documented. You can see it. I think that thing could go down to 94,000. Anyway, beautiful target. Already kind of hit it. Beautiful trade. So, where do we stand? Let's take a look here at the monthly chart and then zoom our way back in. Daily candle closed green yesterday. Some altcoins did well. Zcash just out of control, right? Like it's the one right now. can't stop, won't stop. We're going to break that down, see if there's going to be a nasty crash for Zcash. I wouldn't be running into that. There has to be a short coming at one point. You don't. Arthur Hayes says it's going to $10,000 a coin, and I think that just got people convinced it has to now. So now when anyone goes to sell it, they're like, oh no, it's going to 10,000. Look, this could make a head and shoulder pattern. That could break down. That's your most bearish scenario, down to 38K, or at least testing 58,000, but that's crazy, right? Now, your most bullish scenario is somehow we bounce here. Somehow, some way we bounce. This turns into an ascending triangle. And we're picking up speed, somewhere in January, February. Even though this says 1, 2, 3, this says 3 months until you can make some type of pattern you could break out of. It says you're not breaking out till February or March. So, it's weird, man. Everyone's talking about Uptember and Movember and all this stuff, but, right? So, again, one good thing is the monthly is on support right there, 102,000. But once you break that, you got to start thinking you go to 95K. And let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly's a little different than the monthly. But again, this is how you could recover. Something like this. You would bounce. You would turn into some chop. You go sideways. But again, I don't see you breaking out till like April. Maybe if it's the sharpest channel ever. It gets real tight, real fast. You see? Like real tight, real fast. And you're still looking at December 1st or maybe January 5th till you can start to break out. This could happen. Maybe we get a couple more weeks in here. And we boom. So this is on the table. My spot Bitcoin bags would be so happy. And it would make me so much money. It would be amazing. Remember, we were the richest we ever were. Here, and not anymore. Now I'm not the richest I ever was in my life anymore. It's gone. Didn't happen. It's so funny, right? But it's the truth, right? So now we're looking at these ideas. And I'm saying, wow, well, previous resistance, and there's your bounce there. And somewhere back to 167,005, right? 167,500. So, yeah. That's your most bullish scenario. And I showed you the most bearish scenario. It all depends on us losing or gaining the daily and the 2-day. Right now, we're on the 2-day 200 moving average. We've wicked off it 2-3 times now. This could end up being a strong support zone that Bitcoin decides not to break from. There is a chance we could invert head and shoulder here and get to the upside. That's why I'm only trading 500 for 15 right now on the smaller short. I'll add to it if we start getting more confirmation. You see? We can't lose a lot. Every day shouldn't be a day where you could lose everything. Some days should be just small trading days where there's just, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but some days your whole portfolio shouldn't be on the line like 5 times a month. You know what I mean? Maybe a couple times there's a hard trade, but that's about it, right? So I think people overtrade, man. I think and by overtrading, you could trade every day. But the positions are smaller when the market isn't great. People that are hard every day, man, the liquidity isn't there for you to go hard every day. You're going to get chopped up. You're going to lose your portfolio. It's a fact. It's a matter of time at that point. So this head and shoulder played out. You can see the shoulder, head, perfect right shoulder too. That has a measured move that it has not hit yet. Somewhere all the way down to about $82,000, $84,000. So I tell you what, man, I'm still bearish unless the daily can get back above that 200 moving average. I do like this 2-day hold right now. 2-day hold looks interesting off the 200 moving average. We lose that. We're going to the 3-day 200 moving average, which is waiting for us right there at 87,000. And the 3 days in another bearish candle, some wicks to the upside. So what is my prediction for the day? Well, let's zoom into the smaller time frames. Yesterday we were looking for that bounce off the 21. Didn't really happen. Almost looks more like resistance, and you have a heavy resistance at 104.450 now. Honestly, it's in one of those who knows patterns again. Look at this. I guess I could say it's in one of these. It's in a bit of almost an ascending triangle. These are 50-50. It could go either way. So, yeah, I'd watch this pattern today. And honestly, looks like it's going to right shoulder and possibly dumb. But I'm looking for chop today. I wouldn't be surprised if we just kind of go we just do nothing. And I wouldn't be surprised if we chop around the entire weekend. And then, when the futures open, things start to get busy. But I'm definitely more bearish than bullish. I still have a short open. That looks like an M pattern that could break down too as well. Not a fan. And you're below the 200 moving average on the 1 hour time frame. Bearish. You're hanging out with it here on the 15 minutes. So here's the deal. If you end up losing more than the 200, you'll come down to here with the double bottom. There's a chance this flag breaks out today. They liquidate the shorts. They can go to 107. So I would watch price action closely. There is a chance they get a crazy short liquidation on low volume because they like to do that on the weekend. So be very careful of this move here. This flag to the upside. You don't want to see Bitcoin get back. So if Bitcoin gets back above 102.7 and makes a flag on like the 5 or the 1 minute, there's a chance it's starting to pump on that 15. But you got to get above the 5. So look for the 5 minute to break above the 200 moving average, the yellow line. Look for the 15 minute to hold the 200. I'll be watching the 5 or the 15 minute for the next 2 to 3 hours. They're going to give you the best information of what's about to happen. The 5 and the 15. All right. So check on that. That's going to be your sauce. All right. Choppy Saturday and Sunday afternoon action. Yeah. Being a student of Sam's keeps us grounded. Thank you. Thank goodness we found the life for an amazing collection of like-minded people. Thank you so much for saying that. Yeah. Yeah, no, I already talked about the Zen call. The first thing I did was go over the Zen call. Yeah, people try to call me out like, how about the Zen call? It's like, did you watch the beginning of the stream where the first thing I mentioned was that I lost $1,000 on the Zen call? Yeah. I don't shy away from what happens. What happens is just as good as what doesn't happen. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, a loss is just as good as a win. I learned all my deepest downs made me the strongest person I am today. If I didn't have the losses in my life, I never would be Sam Price, man. I don't know who I'd be. I guess I'd be Sam Price, but not the Sam Price I am today. So I cherish every single pain that comes my way. I say, what am I going to learn from this next obstacle that I'm going to hit? Send me obstacles. Send me, I prayed to God for strength. He gave me more problems to make me stronger. Like, interesting, right? I prayed to God for strength. He gave me more problems to make me stronger. Yeah, you got exactly what you asked for. What you didn't know, it was what you asked for. But see, God knows how to lead you to a place you don't know how to walk, to a goal you don't know how to achieve. God can get you there. It's amazing what God does, man. He's watching you all the time. He's a part of you. He's a part of me. It's a being. It's an energy. It's around everybody all the time. You can feel it. You can tap into it if you want. You can be a part of the movement. And you can let this whole world move in your favor. And you can believe that everything in your life is put there because God loves you. And if that's true, then how could you have a bad moment? There's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be things that people do to you that you don't deserve. There's going to be situations, flat tires, car accidents, people lose their jobs, people get divorced, pain. People get cheated on, right? People go through pain. And life is not easy. If it was easy, we wouldn't learn from it. It would just be easy. I never read a book about a guy who had an easy life and liked it, I'll tell you that. I opened the book. Everything went well for me. Got the next job. Never saw any obstacles. Wow, what a great... And then here's the end of the book. What a great book. See you tomorrow. Do you want to read a book where the person never goes through perseverance? No. Of course you don't. So why do you want an easy life? You don't. You just think you do. So why do you get so upset when you lose? It's okay. Losing is great. Embrace the losses. Tell yourself, you know what? It means I'm out there firing shots. It means I'm taking a shot. Now, you can't just be like overly just firing it all away. There's calculated risk. But, like I went into Zen. Zen was tight. All those coins were popping. It seemed like we were going to get a move. We didn't get it. It didn't happen, Look, even they trashed Dash, right? So they started this movement and no to nothing, right? Let's see if the secret hold, did they all just completely crash? Was it just like a cash crash? What you don't understand is what they do is they run these coins up. They get people to buy into them so they can start to sell. It's almost like they're way out of the market. Like they find 10 coins that they can get out of the market and they run it. And they all get out of the market together. It's shady. Someone even said the Dash team was running the price up. So, I know I'm not going to say they were. I don't want to slander. This is what I read. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's true. But it's like, they could run the price up so they can get out. Look at all that liquidity you have. Interesting. Because you saw FOMOing for the narrative. It looks like they're going to take off. And then like Bitcoin was playing games. It was strange for sure. Let's take a look at Zcash. Did that finally take a hit to the downside? I get weary when I see a coin keep going up and keep going up and keep going up. Yeah, Zcash took the crash from 7 all the way back to 5. Yeah, so if you can't, and remember I said Zcash is coming down. I said it's coming back to the 618 or it's making a flag. I said one of these two things. I said that I don't see how that's sustainable. That's not going to continue to go to the upside. Shout out to anyone that shorted that. There's probably a lot of people that did. All right. Thank you, Sam. You always say what I need to hear. God bless you, man. I agree, Tony. Just what I needed to hear. God bless you all. I heard it was exchange wallets buying at once. Interesting. It makes sense, man. Look at a cool blockchain tie we got on. It's got a little Bitcoin. It's got charts going up. It's got a miner. It's got a little lock. It's got a wallet. It's got like a global network. And then it's got like a little mining thing. And then it even has a ledger. It's got it all. Oh, it even has this plus sign here. It's got a key. It's got another like computer chip. It's got the Bitcoin symbol there. This tie is hot, man. This tie is hot, bro. Freshest tie in the game. So today I'd be easy. There's like a weird flatness to the day. I have to be honest. Let's take a look, though. There's always opportunity. Filecoin, which we talked about yesterday. You guys asked me about it. I gave it to you. Congratulations if you nailed that. Up 51%. Near back to 290. Unbelievable. From the 180 move, a dollar move for Near, ripping up 33%. Really one of the bigger gainers of the week, man, was Near. Render even getting back at 235, right? Not up huge, though, but okay. SCI at 18. Story had a nice move. ICP had a nice move. Let's take a look. What's trending right now? Anything hot? Dash is in. No. So they crashed the privacy coins. Up back to 5.2 on Casper. That's nice. Up 6.7% too as well. Double zeros on my radar. I like that coin. I think it's going to do numbers over time. And where's Baby Soul? Baby Soul back at 158. Soul also in that same bear flag, right? Yeah, so. New York mayor imposes tax. Is that true? I don't believe that. Is that really true? I don't think that's true. I'm going to put that into Grok. Anytime someone tells me something, I ask Grok, is that true? That would be crazy if that's one of the... I severely doubt it. Oh, they're saying he's... Yeah, so... The new mayor starts in 2026, am I wrong? When does he start? When does the new mayor start? And let's take a look here at the altcoins on the bigger scale. ZB. Zebu up 50%. Boo, which is the spooky token that's connected to Sonic. Interesting to see some TVL moving there. Boo. Layer AI back in the move. Happy Core. This is an old coin. Happy is old, man. That thing's from like 2020, 2021. ICP, I put it in this rising wedge, suggesting it would break to the upside and hit the target of 990. Hit the exact target. How did I get that? I took the measured move, put it right here. That's exactly what happened. It's so insane how price action works like this. Just seems to do exactly what it's supposed to do. Now it's making some of bear div, maybe a lower high. Soon, we've been talking about Soon for a long time, since it was down here at 79 cents. Soon just continues to rip out of control. Soon actually getting tight again. I'll be honest, man, it's high risk, high reward, but Soon may really just go there again soon to 318. Thank you so much for giving those memberships to lifers. That's the nicest thing you could ever done. Back test everything. Amen, brother. Shout out to Vincenzo. We love you, brother. Thank you for being here and being amazing. May God bless you all. I did something amazing yesterday, but I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to brag. But I did something pretty cool. And but I guess, you know what? I'll just keep it to myself. It's hard not to. But I don't want to be a bragger, man. I'm going to be a cool, humble dude. I did something pretty cool yesterday that I'll remember for the rest of my life. 11-7 on 11-7, baby. Yeah, so a lot of, a few green coins, but a lot of red today. Only a few coins really banging on them, right? So, Zen doing a reverse head and shoulder. Yeah, I don't think people realize the mayor of New York City do a single thing without the city council agreeing to it soon. So, for a long time, it was he can't raise taxes, all he could do. Yeah. Thank you for saying that. Yeah. Much appreciated. Thank you. Yeah, Soul Flare, ST here in Discord Lifer. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Can you have a look at Flux? Thanks for the membership, brother. No way. Yeah, I did, Jose. I did, man. I did it, man. You know. I'm not going to be that dude, though. If a few of you know, you know. But I'm not going to be that dude, man. But I do have a vlog channel, Sam Price the Lifer. Check it out. Go to that channel. Dude, HIPPO, man. Someone was talking about HIPPO yesterday. Like, HIPPO's going to do it. It's new HIPPO. And their HIPPO moons to the upside again. HIPPO could continue. What goes up continues to go up till it has a bear div. I mean, that looks interesting. It's tight on the 21. 4 hours a little far away from the 200, the 21. Yeah. So today, I'd be wary of today. I'd observe today most of the day. I got my short open for Bitcoin, and that's about it. You know? And honestly, the bot, I may cut the bot off. I'm like, the bot could find its way. It could keep buying. Right? Average long value of next purchase. Right? Quantity to be purchased right there, too. Interesting. The bot did so well. If it takes one loss here, I'd be okay with it. I won't tell anyone, though. I know you won't, right? I'd buy some HIPPO, somebody says, right? And Flux, man. Someone said Flux is ripping. Someone mentioned that last night. I want to get to it, and then I forgot. Wow. I remember the team, too, with Flux. I don't know, man. It's like injection of capital out of nowhere. Pretty weird. Like some random coins are just pumping, right? It's strange. I knew that, Zcash. You do not want to chase stuff like that. I kept telling you guys, don't chase. Do not chase. Love your show. I always watch from work, so I never could like. But today, you got it. I can't wait to save up a G so I can join the 99. Honestly, it's not going to be $1,000, my friend. We have an amazing deal coming up that we do every year that is probably the nicest thing I could ever do for you. And what it is it's going to be a Black Friday sale, all right? In the comments, like if you go into the description of this video, all right, which I can do right now for us because I just want to show you, you can click on the link. So let's go to, this was yesterday, right here. See, Black Friday bird sale. I almost feel like we should say, welcome to the channel, and then the link should be here, because when I look at this link first. I almost don't see this link. I'd like it done differently. See how the link doesn't stick out? Maybe it doesn't, but I think we should just say, like, welcome to the channel up here, and then it should say Black Friday sale down here. Nice and neat. I like this change, just because when I look at this, I can't read by, it's too much, it's too close to the name here. It jumbles. This is nice and neat. But anyway, first thing you can look at here is click this. This is going to bring you to a registration form, an early bird registration. Fill this out. Even if you did it last year, you have to do it again. You'll then get emailed access to an extra discount on top of the already discounted Cyber Monday Black Friday sale. So jump on in today, join that email list, take advantage, and get it going. I'm very, very proud of the people that do that. I've already seen people doing it. If you take your life seriously and you want someone, I go live every single day. Even if I was right 60% of the time, which I think I'm right more than that, but even if I was, we go live every single week. It's just a great deal for the money there if you get that Cyber Monday deal, and if you get the additional discount, it's going to blow your mind. So, but you got to be on it, and it's only 24 hours. It will shut off Friday at 12 o'clock at night, right? And you'll have to pay the regular Cyber Monday sale, which will still be a great sale. Don't get me wrong. It's still amazing. But it's even better the other way, so. But thank you for mentioning that. Yeah, so there's a lot going on here, right? Does the market recover? What happens? Are we in the doldrums? You know, could we rip up? You know, I have to remain bearish, everyone, and I'm so sorry to do that. I wish I could just talk love and euphoria and say we're going to the upside, but remember, there is opportunity. Even if we take a dump, there will be a pump back up at one point. Remember, today, what are you doing? You're watching the 15-minute. Remember we did. Yeah, you're watching the 15-minute and the 5. You're seeing if the 5-minute can get back above the 200 moving average for today. And you're seeing if the 15-minute will lose the 200. If this can gain, hold up, bump out, and we get above that 5-minute 200, you're probably going to pump somewhere up to 103.8, right? Remember, massive resistance there, 104.5. You'd have to get back above that and retest it for a bullish move. That is going to be your resistance. And so it's more likely that we go sideways and possibly down. But today I expect not a much volume until we get more people in the market. They want to wreck a lot of people. They can't wreck a lot of people in the weekend. They got to wreck way more people, right? Yeah, he takes office January 1st, and that whole thing he did not impose. I do hear he's talking about unrealized gains and stuff like that. I don't know, but that's what I heard. I haven't researched it fully, so there's no guarantees. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I'd greatly appreciate it. You can jump on in today to find out more, okay? See what's going on with the lifer, see what I do, see where we go, see what happens with the life. Yeah. So there we stand, and I wouldn't overtrade today. I'd be shorting the market or shorting Bitcoin, and I'd be wary of altcoins as well. And I told you I took some profits on altcoins in case we go on a massive dump. We get back above a key level, I'll double down at better areas. You know what I mean? And that's it. That's all I can do. Right? So this is where we stand for BTC. And this is it. And look, if you want to look at BOOKMAP, which has a boatload of liquidity down at 98,350, and then all the way down to 95,000, you can see it there. That's where all the liquidity lies. That means that everyone went long. I did a poll on Twitter yesterday, and I asked if people are bullish or bearish. I said, are you bullish or bearish on Bitcoin, right? And you can see 66% of the people said that they were bullish. 33% said they were bearish, so it almost tells me that people are about to get wrecked, right? Usually they go against the herd. I'm not saying that for sure. Maybe they're right. Who knows? So I'm staying short. And let's just get back one more time why I just want to make it clear. And I went over why I was short, in depth yesterday on the live stream. I would watch that video, yesterday's video. It really. So yeah, I'm just watching this bear flag. Waiting for the 21 to come to price action. We do this all the time. I would love it I would love it if it makes a shoulder, head, right shoulder, and I'm wrong. We get back above the daily 21, and I get to go back into my longs, and we get to, I am never selling Bitcoin. I'm just saying that, Look at these weird articles they write. Let's just see. I like to read what they say just to see. In the last week, Bitcoin's correction took another drastic turn as price retested the psychological 100,000 price zone, triggering heavy waves of liquidation. Although the premier cryptocurrency witnessed some rebound, the current market remains 90% away from the all-time high. In hope of a sustained recovery, a popular analyst with X username Plan D has outlined one critical market condition. The 50-week EMA holds bullish structure. It's kind of like the daily 200 moving average, right? So we'll put it up and just see what he says. We'll go to the weekly, right? And then what we'll do is you'll go here to your indicators. You'll type in EMA, which I don't really use, but it doesn't matter. You could use whatever you'd like. There's a double EMA ribbons. I just want one EMA. You hit this one here, moving average exponential. And then you're going to see EMA. We click on that, inputs, and we turn it to 200. Oh, no, 50, he said, the 50-week EMA. And we'll get rid of my other moving averages. So, yeah, you can see we're stuck on that 50-week EMA. We've never broken it this rally. We've actually stayed on it the whole time. Interesting. You can long it every time on a wick. So this is interesting. I got to, that is pretty strong. There's a chance that becomes the strong point, and we do get a bounce here. That's why I'm not heavy short until I see that daily candle fill out. If the daily candle fills out, I had to the short. That way I don't get wrecked too bad. I think it's the smoothest way to play what's going on right now. I think I have because no one knows for sure. Right? So, interesting times to be alive. Anyway, I'm going to jump on out of here for the day. I don't see much to go crazy on. Be careful. I saw something about KAITO recently. KAITO's in the dumps. Was it KAITO? Remember these two coins. Just wanted to check something. Nah. Could be a possible Adam and Eve. Yeah, and a lot of coins are just in the dumps, man. Right? And I think they're going to suck people into DCAing again, and I did it too many times. You know? I learned my lesson, so I'm swing trading these alts. When they get back into good positions, I'm keeping a few that I have going on, and I'm moving on to a new way of trading these things. I'm not going to hold till the end of time. It's not going to happen. You know, smart. When you're losing the war, you change what, you know, you move the flank, right? You change the strategy. Can't you do the same thing over and over and over again? All right? Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. You know, a lot of people that never talk about coins. Someone texted me yesterday and talked about Zcash. Someone that has never mentioned cryptocurrency in a long time. Telling me that retail is getting sucked into some of these coins late. So just be careful, please. Please. I'm not a financial advisor. Another guy saying you should be taking his financial advice, but please. Soon looks interesting. Soon is the only thing on my radar that looks good, but look at it on the weekly. Like, I mean, we talked about Soon. Remember, we were going over Soon a long time ago. I mean, Soon was 10 cents, 25 cents. And you'd be like, no. But in my trading group, you're going to know about, not only are you going to learn how to trade, but I'm finding all the coins all the time. I'm not saying I get every single thing, but you're my lucky charm, buddy, because soon as I logged in, bam, it's all funny. I read that last night, and then I see it again. That's kind of cool. Well, let me put Soon USDT. But look, we're giving you Soon on 10/10 when it was 90 cents, 92 cents right there, right? Beautiful play. That would have made you massive gains up to $3. Bang, I gave Soon at the 786 entry. At 22 cents, I gave you Soon. We started talking about Soon. It was a 55%. I gave you Soon at 22 cents. Look at it now. It went all the way to $3, 22 cents. That's a little under a 15x. So there's 15x's in my trading group. There's money to be made out here. And we started looking at Soon 1.99. I started telling you guys about Soon. So this the group is going to tell you about coins before everybody else, mostly. I'm not saying every time. I don't want to be a know-it-all, but we do really good. We do a really good job. I'm telling you, we don't take days off. So we definitely get benefited. Wow, I'm looking at Soon when it's not even a penny. Look at this. I'm giving you guys Soon. The first time I looked at Soon was 12.26. That's crazy, right? December 26th of 2024. And Soon was 0.002. Are you kidding me? That's insane. And it went to $3, bro. It was a tenth of a penny, so that's insane. Is it zero? No, wait, was that? Soon. 0.0. Is that the same coin? That's crazy, right? Anyway, and it might have got to MEXC later. That's why the chart didn't have that. That's all I'm saying. It was on CoinEx first. See, listed on CoinEx. And you buy it on CoinEx on 12.22. You hold it for a year. Let's go over the math here. I mean, $3. This is insane what happened, because if you think about it, divided by 0.002, that's a 1,500x, man. That's over 1,000x in a year. And people say there's no opportunity, there's no alt season. You got to pay attention. There's money out here for the people that are, and again, it was one coin. You'd have to hold it for a year. It would, you know what I mean? But imagine that, $500. You throw it in Soon, you have $750,000 at that height. That's insane, right? Only in cryptocurrency can this stuff happen. That's why I'm telling you, man, I didn't even show this the whole time. The screen wasn't on. But look, it's Soon. Anyway, I'm sitting there going over this stuff. I don't know how I switched it, but Soon here. 12.26. I'm giving you Soon, and then I looked at the link, and it's at 0.02. 0.02, triple zeros. That means to get to a penny, it had to do so much. Like, this is crazy. Let's take a look at Zoom on CoinEx. I wrote Zoom. So funny. And so the first time I put it out, I'll just say the chart's upside down. Yeah, so I'm giving you guys soon. I don't even see it at 002 on the chart, though. How is this part? What chart did I see it at? Like, when was it there? July of 2025. 54 cents came back down. That's what I was trying to see what, I'm wondering is it there? Hold on one second. I just want to see. Like, where did I get the chart from it being that low? CoinEx usually does have it all. There it is at 13. But damn, man, Soon. What is Soon doing? Why is it pumping so hard? That's what the question is. You see, there was it out here too. Remember watching Mute Swap. Pay attention to that one. It's got a very small market cap. And this is a different Soon. Anyway, I can't find the chart for Zoom. Like, where did I find that chart? That's bugging me out right now. Hold on. Usually it tells me where I found it. Hold on. Max C Soon chart image. Oh, you know what it is? Sometimes like they redo the ticker and then they take the thing off and come back on again, and that could have happened, but it's weird to me. But it says it's on Maxi, and you can see the date and everything, and it was pennies. It was pennies. This inspires me because if I keep going, there's something out there. One day, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna hit big, you know. I just want to look at the all-time on Coinbase here. Yeah, I never see it that low, so I don't know. I can't confirm that now, which is weird. But so is a most efficient roll-up stack delivering high performance to every L1 powered by SVM. Soon team-powered decoupled SVM, which allows SVM roll-ups to be spun up across different layer 1s with native throttle proofs, reduced DA cost, and horizontal scaling capacity. Super Adoption Stack creates a native interop among all Soon chains, as well as with Sol and Ton. We launched the first Sol and Ton bridge with native TG mini app. Devs can access users without leaving the Soon ecosystem. I mean, it's got infrastructure. You can use it for other blockchains. That's a big deal. You know, that's a big deal. Sapien was hot too. Let's take a look if Sapien can hold some gains or what it's doing. Yeah, I mean, these things pumped and dumped. They pumped and they dumped, right? I mean, you got to be careful. You got to be careful, especially in this market. It's like, it was a sketchy market, then it starts to rip. Always take a deep breath. Never get overexcited. Have your plan and only trade your plan. If you trade a plan, you can't get caught up in the nonsense. But you don't have a plan, you can easily FOMO into nonsense because you won't have a plan. You won't be grounded. But once you're grounded, it's harder to get lifted, right, and taken off into someone else's narrative. Monero's holding a lot stronger than most coins because it's Monero, right? It's a real project that's been around a long, long time. And it's a privacy coin that's just continuing to go up in value. I actually could see Monero continuing to go up to $633. I would watch Monero as it gets tighter in there. That money might leave Zcash and pump into Monero pretty hard. So, Bitcoin 101,785 struggling to stay up. And I'm telling you that it's very likely we're going to the downside. But I'm ready to take a hit if we go back, and I'm ready to trade it bullishly. And I can, I'm open-minded. Anything can happen here. So, and we go from there. BTC, baby. So that's what I see happening for Bitcoin. I'm bearish on the day. I'm so sorry. But watch your 5 and your 15. If your 5 can get back above the 200 moving average, you might have a bullish day. If your 15 loses the 200, you're getting a bearish, like that's starting to be bearish. Okay, so your 5 and your 15 are really going to tell you what's going to happen today. You don't really need much else. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Sorry about not showing the screen for a second there. May God bless every one of you for kicking it with me. Remember, these are the best days of your life. Every day is the best day. So I love you. I appreciate you. Keep pushing. Keep believing in yourself. Some people won't believe my TA. Some people will believe themselves. It is what it is. I'm not going to force anything. I'm just out here every day giving you the best information I can and believing that I can help as many people as possible through technical analysis. So I love you. I appreciate you, and I'll see you tonight. May God bless you all. Thank you so much. Enjoy your life. Be with your families. Today is a family day. I feel it. Stay blessed. Stay amazing. Call your mom. Call your dad. Tell them that you love them. My parents are both dead. I love you. Be safe. I have pants on. I got beautiful periwinkle blue pants on. I got pants. I wear pants, man. I don't do that. Pants on the stream every time. Proof of pants every single stream.